Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today, Monday, 12th of September 2016. This is Edward Udayadas Devasagayam Pillai with the highlights of today's English newspapers. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline says, New legislation to cover restructuring state ventures. The government will introduce legislation to deal with the process of converting loss-making state ventures into viable entities under a new formula, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said in Parliament last week. The Prime Minister said a board would be established under the provisions of legislation to act in this regard and it would report to Parliament. The Prime Minister said once the draft legislation was ready, Parliament could submit its views in this respect. Disappearance of youth in custody. Hambantota OIC transferred. 4 police officers, including the OIC of the Hambantota Police, have been transferred pending an inquiry into the disappearance of a young man who had been taken into custody over an alleged theft. Gigi Gayashan, age 20, was arrested along with 2 other suspects in connection with the theft of some paddy in Bandagiriya, Hambantota a few days ago. He is said to be missing since September 5 while he was in police custody. One of the other 2 suspects had been admitted to Hambantota Hospital after allegedly being assaulted by the police during detention. Police had told his family that the suspect had escaped from his cell. However, Gayashan's family had filed a complaint with the Human Rights Commission yesterday. Medical student found dead. The body of a 27-year-old medical student of Colombo University's medical faculty found in a hostel on Norris Canal Road in Colombo 10, the police said yesterday. Police suspect the student, who was from Bibile, may have committed suicide. He was identified as Tarindu Senaviratna. Police believe the student had been despondent over his failure at an examination. He had also been under medication for a period. The post-mortem is to be conducted today. Secondly, let's move to daily news. Reinstating Vital Company as a registered supplier of fuel to Lanka. Chandima calls for report. Previously blacklisted for allegations of supplying substandard fuel stocks. Petroleum Industries Minister Chandima Veerakodi said that he would immediately call for a report on the decision by the Cabinet appointed Procurement Committee to reinstate Singapore-based Vital Company as a registered supplier of fuel to Sri Lanka. Fire destroys over 1,000 acres in Knuckles. Around 1,000 acres in the Knuckles Mountain Forest Reserve were destroyed in a fire which broke out last Thursday. Disaster Management Center sources said the fire has now been brought under control with the assistance of the Air Force, wildlife officials and villagers. Kidnapped child rescued the same day. Indian among 4 held. A 4-year-old child from Puttalam, abducted on Friday morning, was rescued by the police the same day several hours later. An Indian was among the 2 women and 2 men arrested by police in this connection. The 2 women and the Indian national were remanded until September 14 by the Puttalam magistrate, while the 4th suspect, a 3-wheeler driver, was released on bail. Finally, let's move to Ceylon today. People's Bank saga. Tech appointments violated bank's conditions. These sources pointed out that when a technical evaluation committee was appointed in connection with tender number 1574 of 2016 for the hardware digital project, the appointment of 5 officials of the bank as members of committee had been a violation of the specified instructions of the tender procedure. They also said that when goods exceeding 2 million rupees are being purchased, a representative of the Colombo University Computer School, a representative of the Moratuva University, a representative of either ICTA or SLITT, or a representative from a suitable institution of information technology should be included in the Technical Evaluation Committee as members. Cardinal against secular state. Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit claims that he believes that the 9th clause of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution must remain unchanged in the drafting of the new Constitution. He made this statement with regard to the proposal to create a secular state in Sri Lanka. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan newspaper highlights.